Hi, I'm Dempsey Pallot, and this week I'm reviewing... Now, before we start off, as always, I just want to take a quick second to remind you guys to make sure you hit that like button if you liked today's video, and if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well for more new movie-related content weekly. But without further ado, let's jump into today's film. Host was directed by Rob Savage and stars a cast of relative unknowns as a group of friends who conduct a seance over a Zoom call. Now, this film is awesome. But before I explain to you why it's awesome, let me just start off by saying that one of the coolest things about it is the fact that it was only just conceptualized and produced over the last few months. So, it's a product of quarantine. And while COVID-19 and social distancing are definitely prevalent throughout it, they're not necessarily its main focus. Instead, they end up just being the reason why things happen the way they do. Without giving too much away, what I mean is that this group of friends the film follows wants to participate in this seance, but most seances happen in person. Because they can't meet in person, they end up doing it online, and, well, I'm not gonna ruin the rest. In other words, as if going outside wasn't already scary enough, they had to bring the terror inside. While its timeliness is undoubtedly one of the reasons I enjoyed it so much, I also really loved the way it pushed the boundaries of modern day technology, similar to the way films like Searching and even the first Unfriended did. And even though I absolutely loved those two films, I still think it kind of did it better than them in some ways. Like, everything that's made Zoom so popular, all of its noteworthy features, such as the filters, the background, and even the meeting cap, are all incorporated and manipulated in ways that heighten the suspense and really put a fresh spin on the found footage genre. Despite being filled with lots of fresh energy and ideas, I do think that there are some moments some might find predictable, but even though you might sense something's about to happen, I guarantee that you will not be able to guess how it's going to happen. That's how good this director is at subverting your expectations. It's comparable to the Final Destination films, in my opinion, where a lot of the times you're led to think that a character is going to die one way, but then at the last minute something comes from left field that you didn't even consider before. It's kind of brilliant. And even though there are a lot of little annoying red herrings sprinkled throughout the film that obviously lead nowhere or aren't as big of a deal as you thought they might be, that was like the only semi-problem I had with this film, I still enjoyed being led astray, if that makes sense. I enjoyed the surprise, and probably my favorite surprise throughout the whole entire film, and I think the best example of the director really subverting your expectations, is the final scene, the final moment of the film. But that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, plot, technicality, and direction aside, I found the cast to be pretty darn good too. Not only does each person have their own fleshed out backstory, but they also have these unique situational traits that makes them feel real. And I found the way that the film was able to balance all those personalities in a not-so-feature film, I mean it clocks in at just under an hour at 56 minutes, to be very impressive. And because it's so short, there isn't much more I want to say for those who may want to check it out. And I highly recommend you do. This isn't an ad, but the film is streaming exclusively on Shudder right now if you want to check it out. And in case you haven't figured it out, this will go down as one of my favorite horror films of 2020 for sure. In fact, with the way things are going, it might just end up being my favorite film of 2020, period. We'll just have to see.
Let me in! Let me in!
In all seriousness though, aside from being smart and succinct, this film is just straight up scary. And for that, I'm going to give it 4.5 stars.
What was that?
Guys, thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to view this video. It really does mean the world to me. And once again, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well for more new movie-related content weekly. As a matter of fact, I just finished up this great collab with my friend Amir over at the channel Moviemation, which is a channel where he pretty much talks about anything and everything animation. It is a fantastic channel. I highly recommend you go check him out, show him some love, and even check out this video because it features myself with a bunch of other high-profile creators. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I really do hope you guys check it out, as I said. But going back to the host, if you guys have seen this film, if you loved it, if you hated it, let me know what you thought about it down below in the comment section. I look forward to reading and responding to all of your comments. It's one of my favorite things to do as a content creator. And with that, I think that's pretty much all the time that I have for you guys today. As always, be on the lookout for more content shortly, and I have a lot of other things that I need to get back to work on. So I'm going to go work on them. Until next time, I'm Dempsey Pallot. Take care.